Hello and welcome to DFR Online. We are going to quickly go through each of the modules on DFR Online in a 101 style class and give you a high-level overview of everything that you can do in the system. Now, the first thing you'll notice is when you come into the system, you'll see a series of modules. Depending on your permissions, you'll see more or less modules. The Smart Report module is really for people who are tracking parts through the system and whether the classification tree has been approved. Smart Class is a way to navigate the classification tree as well as create allowed values lists. Smart Create is a way to go ahead and create new parts, and before you do it, bump it against the data that's in the system today to make sure you're not creating a duplicate before you create the new part. Smart Analytics is a way to slice and dice the data. Smart Find is searching the whole system. And Smart Track is for those who are responsible for approvals of parts through the system to make sure that they meet the needs of all the different modules and data that it's going to be used for. Let's go into Smart Find. Smart Find is a great way to look at information and understand whether or not you can find the data you need. You can search by the search bar here, which is either a classification search or a part numbered / description search. You do have to toggle when you are ready to do one or the other. But if you're going to do a search, for example, classification, and I want to see fasteners, I can simply start typing it in and understand where the fasteners are and then click through and see all the parts in that category. There's another way to search. There's a navigational search. Below you'll see that you can search on either if you click on the word, you can get all the parts from that level down, or if you click on the image, you can navigate further down the path. Right now we're at the level root parts, and these are all the categories underneath parts. If I click on the image, you'll see that now I'm under root parts mechanical, and these are the categories under there. I can click further. I can now see all the fasteners. At any point, I can decide to see all the parts from that level down, and I can still drill further if I'd like to. I'm going to go ahead and look at the parts. If I clicked on the parts now, it takes me to a grid that shows me if there was categories below it, more categories, but then it also shows me all of the parts that are inside of this search. There's a way to search right here within this grid. This search is specific for what has been populated in the results. If you want to do a new search from the beginning, you click on New Search. If you want to go down one more level, you can simply click here, and now you're at the item detail page for cap screws. You're at the results page for cap screws. These filters are all key attributes that are set up by your administrator. And those key attributes are a way to go ahead and filter the data set that's here. You can do that through these filters, or you can click, again, you can search up here, or you can click on the specific part, which is hyperlinked to an item detail page. This item detail page allows you to see the information of the detail of that part, all of the information here, and you can create a conversation about that part. This conversation is tied to this part, so this information should be specific to the part that you are addressing right here. And if you have the rights and the roles, you can edit this information. You can recategorize it from here. You can edit the information from here. Anybody can leave a conversation, and if your conversation is replied to, it will actually get an email back to you. So for the sake of time, we're going to go back and I'm going to show you quick ways to do some deeper search. There's a way to do advanced search. It will take you to a new page. If you open up this grid and you start to navigate down, I recommend you go to some level of the tree and you just press the search function right there. You'll get results back and you'll start to see how many parts are in each one of these different categories. You'll also see the beginning of the results grid. From here, you can add filters. So I'm going to add some information about, let's see, I know we're in fasteners, so I'm going to pick the finish as part of the fasteners. We're going to pick maybe the head type, maybe the height, some other information. If I click on those filters I just said I want to show and don't do anything over here and press search again, it will just show those filters in the search grid. Now, if I want to make some more information, for example, I want to say where the finish is, let's see, contains or equal to or any derivative of that. So I want to say it equals, say, black oxide, because we see that it's there. I can now do a search again, And now all of the results will come back with just black oxide and then their corresponding information. You can add lots of different attributes. You can save this as a template. You name the template. You could put the template as a personal template or a global template. A lot of great information you can do here. A lot more detail that can go into there. But now I'd like to take you over. There's additional modules, and I really want to take you into the Smart Analytics module because I think it's another place you're going to spend a lot of time. Smart Analytics has lots of different breakdowns, and from here you can run a population report. And the population report can tell you exactly how many of a particular attribute's contents are populated. So let me show you. If you navigate down the path, in this case, I want to go down to fasteners, and I want to go into screws, and let's go into cap screws. So you'll notice the first thing, I'm in cap screws, some valuable information here on the right. Besides the image and what the full path is, you'll see all of the attributes that are available to you, and then it'll identify if they're key or required. Little key obviously is key, and the star is required. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Now, since I know I have key attributes, I'm going to select the key, press OK. I'm not going to pick a batch because batch is something the administrator would set up for you. But this is going to be all the data, and it's telling me for the cap screws category, there's 2,732 parts, and the head type is populated 99% of the time. You'll notice that the grid of data is below. You can export the grid. You can save this report for future use, or you can actually save this image to go ahead and put into a report. You want to see some more information, you can close this report and go to an attribute profile report. I'm going to do the same type of data. So in this case, I know what I'm looking for. So instead of navigating down the tree, I'm going to pick the cap screws category. And again, it's taking me to the same place. And I'm going to say, you know what, for cap screws, I noticed head type was populated almost completely. I want to see the breakdown of the values that are in there. So here's the breakdown of the values in the cap screws. Notice that hex socket is the most populated. I want to know more information. I'm going to click in on that and notice that it pre-populated the next report for hex socket. Same category, cap screws. I want to know all of the finish types for that particular subset of data. So for hex sockets in the cap screw category, I can find out all the different finish types that are available in that data set. You can look at the data, start to make some decisions on whether or not things need to be normalized or combined. Those are all things that we can do and suggest. And notice again, the grid is below, always available for export and save. I would like to make sure I show you that that report we just went to, we jumped from here to here, is also available, and they're available in pie or bar chart. There's another report I want to make sure we get to, and this is the duplicate finder report. The duplicate finder, again, you can navigate down the tree, or in this case, you can search for the category you're looking for. And this one will allow you to pick attributes. It's pre-selected my key attributes here. And I'm going to say for all the key attributes, exclude where they're empty values. I want to know how many times, based on those specific attributes, we have identified possible duplicates. So you'll notice now it's saying of the data set here, there are of those specific attributes, 33% of the time possible duplicates. And you'll notice that it shows you there's 10 instances where finish, head type, length, material, and thread are exactly the same in this data set. You can add more attributes, you can remove attributes, you can save this report. All great information for you to see and to do more with. Finally, I want to show you really quickly that all your saved reports can be down here. You can save those reports and call them anything you want, use them for future use, and really get some great information out of that. We're just about out of time, but remember there are a lot of other great features. Those are the main features you're going to use. Smart Class will allow you to also navigate the tree, but there's great ways to navigate the tree in lots of different areas. This is another way to navigate it and see the features, but for now, that is what we're going to show you. I hope that was helpful, and have a great day. Thank you.